I want to bring in now the Chief Opposition Whip, Shadow Assistant Minister for Communications, Aaron Violi, and Labor MP, Member for Bennelong, Jerome Laxale. Gentlemen, great to see you. Aaron, this is a real headache for Susan Lee. She's trying to get on with the economic argument today, giving that latest address, but these Joyce distractions causing quite a headache for her.
Oh, yeah, it's an important speech that Susan's just given today at the Centre of Independent Studies. I was there a few weeks ago when she gave a great speech at CEDA about some of the economic challenges the country faces and the road forward. And we saw just last week, as we were talking about, Kieran, with the viewers, that Jim Chalmers got rolled by the Prime Minister because the Prime Minister has no faith in the Treasurer's ability to reform the economy as we need to do. So we'll continue through Susan as our leader to talk about the economic agenda that is so important to Australians. And obviously we saw the letter that Barnaby sent to his Nationals members in New England on the weekend that he wouldn't recontest New England at the next election. And so he hasn't left the Nats as far as I understand. Obviously that's an issue for him and David Littleproud and the Nationals to work through. But myself, focused on my community, my policies. I know Susan is very much focused on the economic agenda that we need to prosecute, because finishing where I started, this Prime Minister and this Treasurer aren't up to solving the economic challenges we face as a country.
Jerome Laxale, this is, Susan Lee looks like she's sharpening up her message here. Aaron doing his best to maintain that discipline, but a gift for the Labor Party and the government that discipline isn't universal at the moment.
Oh, I mean, Kieran, what do you want me to say? It's been 150, 200 days since the election, and I've been coming on your show week in, week out. It seems like every week I seem to be talking about another scandal or another disagreement within the coalition. Let's not forget the coalition split, then it got back together. Then Barnaby put up his net zero bill and there was all that hoo-ha, and now then Senator Price left the front bench for her heinous comments, and then Hastie left the front bench, and now we've got Barnaby leaving the Nationals. I mean, it's been a rolling clown show, and I just really feel for constituents. It is really, quite a difficult job to be an MP. You need to focus, you need to give it your all, and when they're talking about themselves, it's constituents that suffer. Thankfully, we're getting on with the job. You've seen our legislative agenda to date. There's more to come. And that's what we're elected to do. But it's just fascinating to watch.
These are the pictures. We've had these pictures come in from Washington. The Joint Base Andrews, the Prime Minister has arrived. It is bucketing down. Our colleague Andrew Clennell has just arrived on the plane as well, alongside the other press pack there for this much anticipated arrival. There's Kevin Rudd. I tell you what, it looks like it's absolutely bucketing down. No comments from Anthony Albanese, Jerome, as he arrived, but we know what his plan is, and that's to just try and have a successful meeting and get reassured on AUKUS and critical minerals. That's the main gist of it, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I don't want to preempt any conversation between the Prime Minister and the President, but it feels like this is the other thing we've been talking about since the election, Kieran. It's this meeting with President Trump. Of course, the Foreign Minister's been and met her counterpart, Defence Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister's been over. We've got a really strong relationship with the US over, multiple administrations. The Morrison government had a strong relationship with them under Trump, then we had a strong relationship under Biden, and we continue that under President Trump's return. So that's what Australians expect of us, is to be close to US administrations, and we'll continue that and look forward to seeing the outcome of the meeting.
Yes, we do. I look forward to it. I don't know if many of us will be up at 2 a.m. watching it. That's at 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Jerome's getting up. Okay, you'll watch it on
You're keen. That's
on some of our
soldier,
affiliates.
Jerome.
It is a loyal soldier. Jerome can text us and let us know what's happened. But Aaron, what's your sense of it? You've been calling for this meeting. You say it's well overdue.
Yeah, well, it's been about 350 days, almost a year since President Trump took office for his second term. And we have been calling for this meeting as a coalition for a long time because the US is our closest ally. As Jerome said, we've had a long and enduring relationship with multiple administrations and multiple arms of the United States. And we need that to continue. So as the co-chair of the Parliamentary Friends of AUKUS, I'm looking forward to getting an update on the AUKUS relationship, given how important it is to our national security. Obviously, critical minerals plays a key role. The tariff discussions, particularly around pharmaceuticals, is of interest as well to many Australians. So it is welcome news for the country that the Prime Minister is having this meeting. We do wish him well. It's in our national interest that our relationship with the United States is strong, and we'll all wait to see. Some of us will wake up at a reasonable hour tomorrow morning and see the footage, and I'm sure if there's anything of interest, Sky will have it covered very early in the morning. But look forward to Jerome texting me that update at 2 a.m.
Mate, see, I've been
Glenelg, he'll be all over it.
Premier League. I've been watching Premier League football for years, so I'm always getting up at midnight, 2 a.m, watching Leeds play. Hopefully, the Prime Minister has a more successful meeting than my Leeds United have been this season.
Yeah, indeed, and more successful than old Ange at Nottingham Forest. Now, finally, you're now the Shadow Assistant Minister for Communications, Aaron Violi. This is obviously, it's a bit of a timely appointment, isn't it? Yeah, it's the issue in the mix of everything politically with the Optus dramas. Have things come down a bit on that issue, or do you expect to make more ground next time Parliament's back next week?
Yeah, no, the 000 issue is very timely, and it's a real honour to serve as the Shadow Assistant Minister for Communications. It's an important issue for my community and for the country. 000, there's a lot of answers that still need to be had from the Minister. She hasn't given any more detail on how they're going to move forward and give those guarantees to the Australian people. So we'll continue to hold Minister Wells to account, because Australians need to know that when they pick up the phone to call 000, they have complete confidence that it'll be answered and they'll get the support they need. And we don't have those answers yet. That's why we're calling for an independent inquiry, and we'll continue to hold this minister to account on this issue and many others as we move forward. But very excited and honoured to have the new responsibilities as well.
Yes, well, indeed, it's been the political issue the last couple of weeks for the government, the tricky one to navigate. Jerome and Aaron, I've got to wrap it up there. I appreciate your time as always.